Won't stop, purple in the building.
4 straight, the Beam Squad is thrilling.
6 threes for Mr. Russell Westbrook. Hand on his face makes the Wizards look shook.
Sabonis came back with a vengeance.
13, 6, and 5, just efficient.
And Dennis off the bench with 15.
Precious 7 for 8. His game is so clean. The way I love DeMar when he gets angry. He just can't be stopped. Ever wonder if it's to get traded? The more I see Dylan Cardwell energize the crowd so loud, give him the keys to the city. Wowee, 4 in a row, baby. Come on. 4-0 in this homestand. 4-0 in double digits. Another double-digit win for the Sacramento Kings. Are you kidding me, Cristo Rematicato?
The beam is too bright. The beam is too bright. The glasses have to be on. And
I
cannot believe I did not turn
You got to turn that on, man. Turn that on. Turn that on. Turn that on, baby.
There we
Let's go.
Welcome back to the Kang Pod. We are a good team now.
Because let's pump the brakes.
We can pump the brakes because it's the Washington Wizards, but it was the Marvin Bagley revenge game. Let's be honest here. That's the reason why we went off tonight. That is the reason why we were continuing the streak. But besides the jokes, I cannot believe that after 27 games, Ryan Clark, Mr. Domantas Sabonis raises from the ashes off the bench. I can't remember the last time Domantas Sabonis had a game off the bench in his NBA career, and he was excellent. Excellent. He looked lean, he looked quick, and he was efficient. He just does what he does with a partially torn meniscus.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Not too bad for somebody that partially tore their meniscus, but I just saw him he was so aggressive when he started this game and just getting to the rack, it just being efficient and just, he was what, 5 or 6, 5 or 6,
all
man.
The right things and just giving Alex Sarr some trouble. But let me tell you this: being in that arena when Domantas Sabonis made his entrance into the game off of the bench, it was like when Kevin Huerter hit that 3 against Utah.
Ooh.
It was so loud in there. It was insane. Domantas Sabonis is so loved by this fan base, so it's awesome to see him back. Not only was Domantas Sabonis back, the man that was suspended for spanking Luka Doncic is back. It is great to see him back. Headband Schroeder made an appearance tonight. He played great off the bench with 15, just excelling in his role. But the man, obviously,
there's a lot of men on this team.
There's a lot of
men on this team. A lot of men. And
who do you want to mention?
Let's start with the man of the hour. In my opinion, Mr. 6 threes made, Mr. Russell Goatbrook. What a performance from Mr. Russell Westbrook. Who thought in year 18 of his career that he would just be this shooter that would shoot 6 for 9 from 3? Goatbrook fans, Beastbrook fans, Russ Twitter, stand on up with me, because let me tell you this. Stand up with me. Stand up. Stand up. If you're a part of Russell Westbrook Twitter, stand up. I know who you are. I will be sending this clip to you. So please rock your baby. Tell that Westbrook is better than Curry and smack the fingers on your head, because here in Sacramento, we love Russell Westbrook on the Kang Gang podcast here in this studio.
He was the highest scoring player in the game.
Game high of 26.
6 threes. Last game, Levine had 5, and we were making a big deal about it. But Mr. Brody stepping back, and I have a theory why he was going 6 for 9 tonight. It was against the Washington Wizards, former team. He's been around for so long. He's been around the league. He's been on a handful of teams, not too many. But it's like almost every game he could find a way to make it personal. And every opposing team that Russell Westbrook has gone against, former team, not opposing team. Obviously, well, yeah, he has been doing it against every opposing team. But his former team he used to play for, he plays with that extra edge, and it's just so fun to watch. And he was amazing. It was awesome to be in the arena tonight because I was there with George Matthews.
Shout out George.
And we had an incredible time. He was saying he's not like the biggest like diehard like basketball fan, but he loves seeing some Russell Westbrook. So it was awesome for him, who doesn't even live in California anymore. Flew in, got here an hour before tip-off. Like the plane landed an hour before tip-off. We got to the game 5 minutes into the first quarter, right before Sabonis got checked in. So
I love that.
And he got to see Russell Westbrook, and so did the city, and so did the NBA, and so do all of those amazing Russell Westbrook fans. Keep sticking with us throughout the season because we love that man, and he's been getting like he's been great, especially during this four game winning streak. He's been amazing. But what was the biggest moment of this game where you're like, we're going to continue the streak?
I think it was in that first quarter where Dylan Cardwell came in, and we scored 41 points in that first quarter. I mean, just
who are we?
This was, I think, a lot of people that were predicting the Kings, and it's very clear. One, we went through a very brutal schedule in November and December. We now have the 4th easiest schedule remaining in the NBA. So I don't know what that means for those that are pro tanking. So that might be not the best news that you heard. But I sticking with this game, I think a lot of people that wanted to see the Kings that were from outside really thought that this team is a really strong offense, a really good offense. And tonight proved it. We scored 128 points. So, and 41 of those came in that first quarter. So it just was efficient ball movement. There was just a lot of alley-oops to Dylan Cardwell. He had 2 in that first quarter.
We're going to get to Dylan in a second because we want to have a Dylan Cardwell segment because he is just so much fun. But on your point about that first quarter, it was tied 22-22 at one point.
Yeah, in a 19-0 run.
19-0 run. I think that moment where we closed the quarter the way we did, although in the second quarter, we kind of gave it back a little bit. That first quarter is when I knew we would have to do something wild to lose this game.
Yeah, and I saw Matt George's tweet at the end of this first quarter where he said, "This ball game is over." And I agreed with him. This ball game was over right when that first quarter ended. Obviously, Alex Sarr tried to really do his best, and Marvin Bagley. They both really tried to. Yeah, why don't you go grab that? But
I'm walking off the pod.
Yeah, go walk off. But you know what? They both tried their damn hardest to make it a 3-point game. And then in that third quarter, we just took it right back. We snatched the chain back. It's like we're just like the New Orleans Pelicans, just snatching chains back from them. They can have that 15 seed. We are comfortably having that 14th seed.
We love climbing it at the 14th. We love it at the 14th.
We're climbing up.
Okay.
Watch out.
Obviously, this is a very interesting time in the NBA season because we were 8-30 at one point, and now we're 12-30. So many people are enjoying the win, especially at home. It's so special to be there. Like a team that's this far under 500, it should not be that loud in there. But my goodness, Ryan Clark. It has been, the atmosphere is just insane. And yeah, shouts out to all the fans that continue to support this team. So for all of the people that want to see this team continue to win, what do you have to say to them?
I mean, I think it's really important that you do enjoy this team because obviously next year will be a little bit different. We hope.
Or it might even be different in a few weeks.
That's what I'm saying because it will be different in a few weeks. It could be different next year. There's a lot of variable factors that are in play. So I think this is good for the city to have this 7-game homestand. And they are 4-0 in this homestand, which is great. The fans really, really deserve a team that is winning home games. I mean, this is probably our 8th or 9th win at home this year.
Yeah.
So, we're 9-13 at home this year, which is great. And that's like something that you can hang your hat on. For me, I think is really, really impressive that this team still finds ways to win games. And it's all because of the fans. The fans really love it. Dylan Cardwell is such a big loves hyping
part
up
of
the
win
crowd.
Streak. I think Dylan Cardwell is like the catalyst for the team.
I agree.
Because obviously offensively, he's not like gonna woo you away with the stat sheet with how many points he's scoring, but it's the energy. It's the way when he does score, it's either an alley-oop or a dunk. It's like he scores in exciting ways, and then the way he gets everyone on the team hyped up. He was doing things that I've never seen an NBA player do on a basketball court. And I'm not saying what he's doing with his handles or the way he's hitting contested threes or the way he's doing windmill between the legs dunks. I'm talking about the way he celebrates off of a defensive play, the way he celebrates off of an alley-oop, the way he runs down the court, acting like a complete... What do we even want to call him? Because like he's just having so much fun where it's like
he's like a little kid, you know. It's like a little kid when you have your first dunk, you know what I mean, or you have your first alley-oop dunk, and you just like celebrate like that
on the little hoop.
That's exactly like what Dylan Cardwell is. He's just like a little kid that just gets so hyped. Every dunk, like every single dunk that he had tonight, he was just doing like a big dance.
It's almost like every play I'm expecting Dylan to do something in celebration, and he did one where he was running back from after making a basket, and he was doing this like it was amazing. And then it led into a timeout, and he did it all the way into the opposite corner of the court, so he ran 94 feet doing this celebration. Timeout was called. He's yelling and hyping up the crowd, and then the whole team was like embracing him into the timeout. And I was like, I love what we have right now. Like, it's so much fun to see a team that like seems like they enjoy each other, and like Dylan is just bringing so much joy to this team. And my next question for you, RT, is
yes.
Do you think? Because obviously I'm really enjoying these wins. It's a lot of fun. But the deadline is so soon, and I'm like, Sabonis just happened to be cleared a couple weeks before. A lot of people were nervous about trading for Sabonis because of the meniscus. He looked pretty fine to me.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe this was like a strategic move to like get him as healthy as he can, like right before the deadline? Because what they really could have done, like if he wasn't ready, like they could have just kept him until post deadline. He probably wouldn't get moved because of the injury. But right now, RT, in perfect timing fashion, he comes back to show that he's still there.
He is.
Do you think this like bringing Sabonis at this time was a strategic move by the team in the front office for trade suitors to be interested in him because of the fact of the injury, where they were kind of like hesitant? What do you think about the timing of everything?
Well, you got to think about the landscape of the league, right? There's another big man that just went down with another massive injury, and that was Anthony Davis. So I do think that the Kings were very smart with bringing him back. I think especially because this was a really good matchup for the Kings tonight, playing the Wizards, who aren't really a really good team. So I do think that giving Sabonis a chance to play against a really bad team, no offense, Wizard fans, but in a way, it's more of a good opportunity to get him fresh. They did the same thing with Zach LaVine a couple weeks ago too. So,
and Sabonis barely played tonight.
Yeah, he only had 21 minutes.
And
so
he was still like extremely efficient, and like you said, this was a perfect game to bring it back.
Yeah, I think it's more than just the trade deadline. It's more about just trying to make sure that you are getting your guy healthy, and this is a good team to get run against because, you know, I mean, Marvin Bagley, who Sabonis absolutely dominated tonight. It's a perfect spot for Sabonis. And I think, obviously, going into Sunday's game against Portland, he most likely will probably start, I assume. Maybe he gets one more game off the bench, but I think by the end of this homestand, he should be back into that starting lineup very shortly. So my thing is, I think that this was definitely a good move by the Kings to bring him back because, one, it gets him fresh against a bad team, and two, it really helps him get used to a system and allows him to play at his highest efficiency and also provide potential trade suitors. I mean, there's some teams that are looking around the league and like are missing out on Anthony Davis because they struck out. They could get Sabonis as a very solid consolation prize.
He has a lot of interest around the league. At first, I thought maybe like, because, you know, like he's a system, like he is the system, you know, you play around his style, but like, the more the reports are coming out, Sabonis is catching the eye from a lot of teams. And yeah, I just found it interesting that he came back before the deadline, because my next question to you, RT, is
Yeah.
how do you think the front office is feeling about this win streak? Do you think they are thinking, oh, we are not ruining, but like we're like gaining in this, we're going up in the standings rather than going down?
Mm-hmm.
There's been plenty of reports that our general manager is like, has his eye set on the draft. Like he wants to get younger. He wants to kind of like turn the corner, turn the page on this team. Or do you think they're thinking, oh, now we're healthy. Look what we're doing when we're healthy. Where do you think they stand?
I don't think it's really that big of an issue because the hole that they've dug themselves early in the season, I know obviously they're on a 4-game winning streak, but right now they are comfortably having the 4 seed. They have the 4 seed, but the 4 spot in the draft, and they're basically a game and a half up on Brooklyn, who has the 5 spot. So I don't think it's really that concerning yet because, one, this is a homestand, and I felt like there are going to be a lot more tougher teams that are going to be coming up in the next 3 games and a brutal road schedule on the East Coast that's coming up very soon. I'm not relatively worried about this win streak whatsoever because this is a good chance. They are playing really well, and I think obviously this could have been a chance where they just really dug themselves in a hole, but again, we're only 3 games behind for that number 1 pick. So
do you think they're seeing like, okay, like we're winning games, but we're still not like winning out of the position we want to be in at the bottom?
Correct. And I think it's more, they're still very comfortably in that top 4 range, right? And that's,
so if they were to get to like the 6 to 8, do you think
then that would be concerning? That would be the big concern, is like, wow, this team has won too many games. But again, I don't think this will probably come into fruition because, again, there is tougher teams that we play at home for the next 3 games, and we have a brutal East schedule coming up where we have to play all the top teams in the East Coast. So I do think it's almost like what's that word? It's like a bell curve, where a team is kind of like peaking at the right time, but then now if with expected decline, you're kind of like seeing this going to happen. So I do expect them to go back to losing games. But this is a very nice streak, and I think we should be grateful. This is like kind of our highlight of the season right now.
Sure. I was asking on behalf of like what you think maybe the management is thinking, and I think you did answer it by saying like,
I just don't think they're concerned about it.
I think honestly, if they are 100% going down the route where they're going to make trades, this has been a great display from top to bottom of the roster.
Exactly.
And that's the way I'm looking at it, because we dug ourselves into the biggest hole, and like we're not going to climb out. Like
I'm not going to make the play-in at this point.
Like, but we're actually getting not.
No, I mean we're like probably 7 games still out of the play-in. I mean the Clippers 7.5 games because the Clippers are on like a tear. They've won 5 straight, man. Well, we'll do one of these in a minute, but
I think this winning streak is showing that our guys are very good, and I think they could help a lot of teams out. And they're starting. It took 40-ish games to like find a little bit of cohesion, so it's resulting into wins. And we're going up against teams that are not that high in the standings. So except for the previous 3,
last 3 games,
but,
right?
Yeah. So I think this is great for the Kings because I think Scott could use. Because recency bias is so important in the trade deadline. Like it's like you're looking at what these guys did right now, not like
what they did in November and December, where Levine was out and Sabonis is out. This is where,
like, this is like a really
this is the
good
audition. This is the odd tape. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you want to send in the audition tape right now, So, like, look at Trae Young. Obviously, Trae Young has done so many great things offensively in his career, but as of late, they were 2-8 with him in the starting lineup. They were winning without him, so his value just tanked. So right now, I think our guys are peaking, which is very good for the upcoming couple of weeks for Scott Perry on the phones. So
correct.
But yeah, this game domination in that first half kind of got a little sloppy, got a little too comfortable. They made a run, but then it was just after that it was just. once we got back on track in that third quarter, it was just wraps.
Yeah, and I'm
glad with how we're playing.
Me too, and I think
it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and like DeMar DeRozan tonight, I know we haven't mentioned him, but just him getting into like, who was that? Keyshawn George. Keyshawn George, just holding his ground. Russell Westbrook was getting into it with Wizards players, so it's nice to see like those guys still have like a little bit of flair and fight a little bit, because this was kind of a scrappy game from somewhat part until like the second and third quarter, because the Wizards kind of hung around. Trey Johnson is a guy I am really high on. That's a rookie in this class. Really, really like the way he is a shooter. Like, he had 18 points, and Alex Sarr. Those are two really, really good pieces for the Washington Wizards, in my opinion. I do think those guys with Trae Young and, can build into something like really, really solid for them, and with the future pick, just not in the top 3. So
yeah, do not Washington.
Yeah, please do not take
our pick.
I know you're thinking about Cam Boozer. I know you're thinking about AJ. I know that Darren Peterson is a guy that can, and then they can flip Trae Young for more assets. No.
Washington, I know you're glad that you lost this game, because you're getting, you're catching up where we are, but don't get too excited. We already know how this draft is going to unfold. I swear.
It's the vision.
I've seen the numbers. I've seen. I know the correct order of the numbers, and I know that the Kings are gonna pull that card. I know it.
Yeah.
But anyways, I want to talk about. Sorry, I got so distracted by your gorgeous eyes. When you listen to this tomorrow, RT and I will be at the Golden One Center.
Oh, yeah.
And we are going to meet the players.
I'm excited.
We're going to take photos with them. We're going to shake their hand, give them we're going to do a little dap. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a fun day for us tomorrow. Who are you most excited to see?
I'm looking forward to seeing Dylan. I think that's the guy I really, really want to see is Dylan. I feel like he just like,
I think Dylan's going to
he's gonna crack a joke or two or something.
He'll recognize us when we walk over there.
Yeah,
I think he'll know from the video. I think he will.
I mean, he'll crack a joke there, try and get him to laugh, and then just be like, man, you guys gotta do something. But like, I think Dylan would be on that list. Westbrook's up there for me. Just a photo with like an NBA legend.
Dude, I think priority number 1 is the Westbrook.
Photo. Number 2 is Dylan,
and then whoever we could get after that. But Westbrook, we have to.
I want to get Monk. I want a photo with Monk. That would be cool.
Didn't you get it? Oh, you picked the.
No, I didn't. No,
yeah, Westbrook.
I need my get back with Monk.
Westbrook's going to be the longest line, so we're going to have to get there a little early to secure.
Oh yeah, we'll be there early.
But we play the Atlanta Hawks on Sunday. I'm sorry.
No, we play the Portland Trailblazers.
Portland Trailblazers on Sunday. They're a much different team than the Washington Wizards. They're a lengthy team. No Chris Murray. So we're going to see no Keegan and Chris action. We're going to see...
maybe no Denny. Yeah,
that's a big loss to them. But
they have Drew Holiday back.
Can't sleep. Oh, is he?
Yeah, Drew Holiday's back.
That makes a difference. Jeremy Grant's been playing pretty solid. He played good against us in the previous matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Can't count out Shaden Sharp. He could get hot.
Yep.
And he could dunk on anyone.
Robert Williams, Time Lord.
Time Lord's been getting some.
Caleb Love looks good too.
Then they got, is Klingon out?
Klingon's there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
not injured.
No, he's not injured.
I kind of forget if my ESPN app told me if he was injured.
No, he's healthy.
Fluctuating in and out of the lineup so much though, but I love that with Sabonis back, we're still seeing Dylan Cardwell minutes. Because that was my one thing. I'm like, when Sabonis was going to come back, I was like, how are we going to distribute the backup center minutes? And
we just didn't.
The fact that Max and Dylan still got solid run tonight, and we didn't see very much of the U. I think Dylan is going to have a long-term home here in Sacramento.
I think so too. And I mean,
just with the way he's playing, it's undeniable.
Yeah,
it's undeniable.
And also every single player tonight had 16 or more plus minutes. So Very efficient 10-man rotation. I think this is the way to go if you are Doug Christie. This is the 10 guys you want in your lineup because some guys, they run 10, sometimes they run 11, sometimes they run 12.
Or shorten it.
Or shorten it to 8. They shorten it to 8. But I think this is the 10 that you go with for now because...
Keon didn't play tonight, right?
No, Keon was hurt.
I didn't even see him at the arena.
Yeah, Keon, he was in street clothes. He was there.
I didn't even see him.
He was there.
I was looking for him. I couldn't even see him.
Yeah, he was there, but he was in street clothes. But yeah, he has a knee injury. So,
ooh.
Yeah. So, and then you have that guy to add to your
That's what I'm saying.
list too.
That's
so
why I was like...
You could run 11, you know?
You could. And like I think with more guys healthy, it's going to be harder to play Monk and Schroeder and Keon.
Yeah, you kind of have to choose.
Schroeder's getting like, solid minutes now that he's back from the suspension. But one more point on this game, we got to talk about Nick Clifford. Because he
solid game from him.
He had a solid game, and I think Sabonis enhances his game a lot, and Sabonis gave him a lot more, like a more free-flowing type of offense for him. And then on defense, he was pretty solid, just staying in front of his man. But it was nice to see some shots finally knocked down for Nick Clifford because I feel like if he could, that's what's missing for him staying on the floor. Is that he's missed a lot of open shots in his young career, but I would think that would be a focal point for him to work on in the offseason. What do you think about Nick?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that overall, when you look at his shooting splits, right, 40, 30, and 68, obviously those numbers can go up.
They have to.
They got to go up.
They have to if he wants to be who we think we
we saw him in the summer league.
Could be, then he needs to. Yeah, those percentages gotta increase a little bit. But I was impressed by what he did on the court tonight, and I think if Sabonis is with the team, I think Sabonis just his magnetism will give Nick much more runway and make his offensive game much simpler for him.
I agree.
So I really
that could be a good DHO duo.
That's what I'm saying, and we saw it a little bit tonight. And they were kind of playing off each other, and Nick kind of felt comfortable running those routes around Sabonis, and Sabonis was like ready to find him. And I was like, it's nice to see Sabonis back on there because it feels like everyone is not just standing in their own spots. Like when he's out there, you're forced to move. So I think Nick will benefit tremendously. Just like how Maxime Reynaud has been benefiting like crazy because of Russell Westbrook, I think Nick will see a lot of improvement in his game with Sabonis out there.
I agree.
Because I think, oh my God, we have so many guys to talk about. Let's talk about one more guy.
Yeah, go for it. There's a lot. There's a lot to this game. Yeah, Precious. 7 for 8 tonight, man.
Precious.
Just efficient. 7, had 6 rebounds, 2 blocks tonight, by the way, too. So just efficient numbers from him. I mean, just the way that he is so aggressive. I mean, 1 for 2 from 3.
Dude, he's becoming like a competent shooter from deep.
Yeah.
Like, you're okay with seeing Precious like load up the jump shot. Like, there's been a lot of players in a Kings jersey where you're like, oh God, don't shoot it. But now, like, Precious is like kind of like taking that ease off of your shoulders. You're like, no, he could hit this.
Yeah.
Because you want to see him hit that celly. You want to see him wave. You want to see him do this.
Yeah.
You want to see it. But yeah, Precious Achiuwa, I would have stayed up all night thinking like, I can't believe I didn't mention Precious Achiuwa. He was the leading scorer at one point at like the second, third quarter. Like he had like 15 at one point before everyone else. Yeah, or 14.
I mean, he's shooting 33% from deep this season, so which is his best since his second year in the NBA. So you gotta just take that and just smile
and run with it.
Yeah, run with it, man. You just keep it running. I mean, Zach LaVine obviously 16 points, but he had 2 blocks tonight too. So and a steal. So he led the team in stocks. So shout out to him. He played some very hard-nosed defense. There was a play where he hustled back and drew a foul. It looked like if there was going to be an open fast break, and Zach was able to get there with his speed and athleticism and just stop and not make them earn it from the line, obviously, and not get an easy bucket, because a lot of teams and a lot of players would be like, all right, yeah, go ahead and take the layup.
Yeah.
But not Zach LaVine. I do think his defense is improving.
It looks better.
It looks better. Yeah, it's way better when we're winning. So it's he definitely, when we are winning, it's more comfortable. He is being more of a pest on getting 2 blocks tonight. That was pretty awesome. So I was super happy about that. Yeah, I mean, overall, this is a good game. Obviously, Dylan did his job. He had plus 23 and the plus minus, big plus minus merchant of the game. So shout out to him. 3 offensive rebounds, 8 and 9, just doing the easy work. And then his only miss was just was a miss that was kind of like there for him, and that was it. It was a point blank miss, but you know what? You live with those. So
totally live with it because he does so many other things to make up for it. And yeah. Excellent game by the Sacramento Kings team. Sunday, we are playing the Portland Trail Blazers, who are sitting at what ranking?
Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this, everybody. It is officially the halfway mark for the NBA season.
Break it down, our team.
Every single team, and we like doing this. We call this the pulse check. So if you are just kicking your feet like my co-host on the right is right here,
break it down.
Now. Let's go ahead and break it down because the West is wild. Let's just start with the West first. Obviously, OKC 35-7. Speculations were they were going to be the team that beats the Warriors 73-9. That's dead. San Antonio and Denver right now are the 2 and 3 seeds.
Shouts out to Denver for staying up there with Jokic out, by the way.
I had a gut feeling that this team would stay. A lot of people thought that this team was going to go to the play-in without Jokic. I was on the opposite side because...
That's a little extreme. I didn't think they'd go that far.
No, but there are some people that...
for sure.
No, there are people that are saying it. I was like...
I mean, they have the right to say it because Jokic is the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
When he's out, the team's not as good. But luckily, they got Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown back, so that helps.
And Jamal Murray's been an all-star. Mm-hmm. Peyton Watson has been balling out.
Oh, my God, yes. Peyton Watson has been thriving with them.
Yeah, he's been thriving.
It's been wild. Number 4.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, so they're playing really well. Obviously, they won 7 out of their last 3. 7 out of the last 10.
They're cooking right now.
Houston Rockets right now are the 5 seed,
and they've lost a good amount. Houston, and they're still up there.
They're up there.
I can't wait.
Now
to say
the big one here. The big one here.
Yes.
The one team that has a negative point differential, that is a playoff team, is the Los Angeles Lakers.
The negative point differential is such a crazy point. They're the only, like that is such an outlier. Like that is, it's wild that they're 10 games above 500 with a negative point differential. Like, you just don't, that just doesn't happen.
No.
So that should be a major concern, and they're 1,000% going to address it at the trade deadline.
Oh yeah, without a question. And then obviously Phoenix right now is right behind them at 7.
They're going to leapfrog soon.
They're going to leapfrog the Lakers. They're leapfrogging the Lakers.
I can't wait to see the Lakers sitting in the play-in.
Oh, that's going to be. Oh, and then the Warriors, Lakers play-in.
Oh,
round whatever the hell it is between LeBron and Steph.
Give it to me.
Cinematic.
Is the Warriors at 8?
The Warriors are 8 right now.
9
then 9 is the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, good.
And then 10, just passing them.
The Clippers.
The Clippers are now in the 10 spot. So
the Clippers are
major shout out. They started 9-21.
Do you think they're, because remember how they were talking about but now they can't. They're not going to get rid of James or Kawhi right now. No way.
Ty Lue has done a really good job. His goal was he wanted to be 41-41. He's on track. He's on track.
Wait, since you brought the Clippers,
did
you see the rumor?
I did. John Collins.
DeMar and Keon though for John, dude.
I'd say no. I say no.
Please no.
I say no. Immediate no.
What is the point? What is the point of that? How does that? What does that do for us?
Nothing.
Don't do it.
Nothing.
Move on.
Nothing. I think it's a bad trade on both sides because DeRozan, that's another guy that needs the ball.
That's not a bad trade for the Clippers. Though. They got Keon Ellis. They got Keon Ellis a part of the deal.
But if they don't see, I get that. But he's like, I don't know if he's going to get minutes, but we'll see.
Yeah. Let's just.
Anyways, that. Memphis is at 11. Now the story is John Morant got into a fight with Vince Williams in Germany, and
that's a wild sentence to say out loud.
Yeah.
John Vince got in an altercation in Germany.
Yeah, isn't that something?
That is
something. And then it's a trade is coming. It's coming in the next couple weeks.
I'm surprised that's happened yet.
And I was talking to Scott Scotty at Mojo's today because I was at a music conference.
Oh, you saw him there?
I saw him. I had lunch at Mojo's. So I was like, you know what? I got to stop at Mojo's.
Talk to the man.
And
What's
just
he
talk
saying?
to the
What was he
man.
saying?
And so, it's just like we were just talking, and shout out Scotty at Mojo's, by the way. Great spot. Next trivia night coming up very shortly. If you are interested,
Thursday,
January 29th. I will not be there because I have a gig, but yeah, it's on our Instagram page. So if you want to come and check it out, please do so. Especially if you are a new follower on Instagram or a new follower on TikTok or YouTube. Anyways, shameless plug. But back to the Ja saga, because I was talking with Scotty at Mojo's, and with Ja, it's one of those things where if you do get a player that was the face of the franchise or was a future superstar the way he was in that third season of his, and you somehow are able to get him for that price at a buy low candidate, I don't know if it will happen, because I know you're shaking your head. It's like, nah, it's not going to happen.
I think the situation's wild.
It is wild.
And I think his value is so low. It's like, it's worse than Trey's.
Oh, yeah. No, without a question.
So much worse than Trey's. I think they had so many opportunities to move the man, and now they're like backed into a corner where you're literally gonna get some like stale Lay's chips. That's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I agree. Dallas at the 12 spots, so they're kind of doing their best. I know AD is out, and
they want to go down.
Yeah, they want to go down. They're going to be a team we have to be very careful about in the next couple of weeks.
I'm keeping my eye on them.
Yeah, Utah, I think it's another team that wants to go down. And then us at 14, and then the Pelicans, who
want to go up.
But then they can't because their team is just
they just can't.
Dude, the fact that they don't want to trade anybody and get like,
did you see what
some
they
sort
want
of
for
draft,
Trey Murphy?
some sort of draft capital? It's mind blowing.
Did you hear what they're asking for Trey Murray?
Tell me what they're asking.
Trey Murphy, sorry, not Murray. Trey Murphy. They
Trey
want
Murphy.
3 first-round picks for Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy he's like a game-changing piece to like a contending team. But 3 first-round picks. The New Orleans Pelicans, you guys need to get off your high horse, make some moves, get younger.
I mean, Queen and Jeremiah Fears are good.
Just add to them.
But like, dude, if at this point, I would not be surprised.
It's not working in New Orleans.
It's not working. Like, pack the team up to Seattle, pack the team up to Vegas, do whatever you got to do. Let the NBA step in and say, you know what, New Orleans, I know you tried your damn hardest, but it's just clear that you guys do not care about your franchise, do not care about your city. We're packing your asses up and heading you to Vegas or Seattle. One of the two. It's one of the two.
I think I know a owner that would really like to buy a team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin Bagley Sr. That's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching.
Goodness gracious.
We'll see you on the next one.